Sober Girls Yoga by the Mindful Life Practice.
All right, let's come into a cross-legged shape. So this class is Mindful Flow 2. Mindful Flow 2 is a vinyasa flow, and we're going to be linking our movement with our breath and our breath with our movement. And the intention is to leave this space feeling really good, grounded, at home in our bodies. And please just do whatever feels right for you. Whatever poses feel good, take rest when you need to, and know that no one is watching what you're doing on your camera, so let it be your own practice. And let's come into a comfortable shape and just lengthen up through the spine and soften through the shoulders. You can close the eyes and then take some deep breaths in and out. And as you breathe in and as you breathe out, just let yourself arrive in this moment. Letting go of movement and receiving stillness, and letting go of effort and receiving ease. Just let the body find the middle and the mind find the moment. And notice what you feel and what you hear and what you sense just from slowing down. So in this practice today, we will be working towards Hanumanasana, so working towards opening through the back of the leg and the heart and the hips. But know that the pose is not the goal, and there's a practice of patience involved here too, right? So we're not going to get results instantaneously, but we just have to patiently wait for the body to open and be present and compassionate for however it's arriving today. Now let's take one more breath in this seated shape. And then we're going to take an inhale and lift our arms all the way up towards the sky. And then interlace the palms and just reach the arms over to the right. Good. Lift the arms all the way up. And then stretch over to the left. Amazing. Let's lift all the way up, and we're going to release our grip now. Take a big inhale and then pivot, landing the left palm on the right knee, right fingertips behind you. Oh, I just realized I see everyone on the TV. That's great. We've been trying to figure out how to get that set up so I can see all of your faces. That's really nice. Let's lift all the way up, open up, and then pivot so your left palm lands and your right palm lands on the knee. Gaze over the left shoulder. And then we're going to lift both arms up, take the palms into the heart center, and then just arrive onto the hands and the knees and move through a few cat-cows. I'm just going to move this cat behind me. So hands can be underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a big inhale, lift at your heart. And then exhale, curl the spine, tuck the chin. And then just keep moving with your breath. So the story of Hanumanasana is one of my favorite stories in yoga mythology. And the story is that Rama, who is a friend of Hanuman, his wife Sita gets abducted and taken from India to Sri Lanka. And the story is that Hanuman forgets that he's not just a normal monkey. He actually has some superpowers. And his superpowers are that he can make really big leaps, almost as big as the splits. And in the story, his friends have to remind him that superpower, and then he ends up jumping all the way from India to Sri Lanka into the splits to rescue Sita. And so it's a story of believing in yourself. It's a story of humility. It's a story of friendship, right? Doing things we can to protect and help the people we love. Let's take one more round of breath. And then we're going to come all the way into a neutral. Now just leave the right knee where it is. Lift the left leg all the way up. Lift the right arm up if it's possible. You can also just leave the palm on the mat. That works as well. Taking an inhale long. And then on your exhale, tap your elbow to meet your knee. Amazing. And we'll just do this a few times. One of my favorite things about yoga is that the sign of an advanced yoga practice, it's not what you can do with your body, right? The sign of an advanced yoga practice is being able to stay off your phone for 60 minutes. So if you're doing that, if you've turned the notifications off your phone and you've put it away for an hour, then you're already an advanced yogi. You're done. You can just do Shavasana for the rest of the class. Let's do one more. Lengthen the arm and lengthen the leg. Amazing. And then if you want to, I'm going to give you an option. I know for some of you it's early morning, so this might be quite a deep back bend to do right now. But if you feel like kicking the foot back and grabbing hold of the ankle and just opening the heart, explore that. Amazing. And then just release the knee, release the hand, and we'll come into the other way. So leave your left knee where it is, lengthen your right leg, lengthen your left arm. Good. Inhale. And then we'll connect the elbow to the knee, and we'll do this a few times. So we have people literally everywhere joining us right now. We have Abu Dhabi, Ras Al Khaimah, Cayman Islands, St. Martin, Bristol, Wales, Abu Dhabi, Germany, France. I think I got everywhere. Ontario. Like, what's the little town that Rachel lives in? What's that called? I forget. Do one more, lengthen the arm and lengthen the leg. I should know. I feel like I've heard it 1,000 times. It'll come to me. Okay, lengthen the arm and lengthen the leg. Maybe you kick the foot back, open up. Oh, Costa Rica. I didn't say Costa Rica. Raquel's in Costa Rica. And then release the hand, release the knee, and then just come back into your tabletop. One more cat-cow. And then let's spread through our palms and spread through our fingers. Tuck the toes, just lift the knees a couple of inches off the mat. Slide the hips back in space. Just stay here for 3, for 2. Good. And then 1, lift your hips all the way up towards the sky. Find your down dog. Rock your head no to no more tension. And then give your head a rock yes to yoga. And now we're going to bend through our knees, gaze forward, step the feet up to meet the hands, take the inhale, halfway lift. Take the exhale, fold, and then inhale the arms all the way up towards the sky, and then exhale the palms into heart center. Amazing. Now let's do 3 rounds of half Surya Namaskar, half sun salutation. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. And then inhale the arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale the palms through heart center. Just do 2 more like this, moving with your own breath. Just 1 more. Good. After your next forward fold, leave the right foot where it is. Step the left foot all the way back on the mat. Just rock forward and back so you're getting into the hips, you're getting into the quad, the calf, not the quad. And then land your left knee onto the mat. Let's leave our left palm where it is. Lift the right arm all the way up. And then send the right palm back so it lands on the sacrum. Now perhaps you stretch the foot back and gaze over the right shoulder. So every Tuesday is when I do my surfing lessons. And so I went down to the beach this afternoon for my class. And I've been doing surfing lessons for about a month now, and I still can stand on the board for like maybe a second. Let's release the left foot, take the right palm forward, walk the fingertips back, and lengthen over the right leg. And I think one of the problems in our modern day society is that we've lost the practice of patience, the art of patience, right? We get every movie on demand instantaneously. We get food on our phone in a moment if we want it, right? We don't even have to like walk out to the yoga studio if we don't want to anymore. We just have it on Zoom, which is amazing. The modern conveniences of life are amazing, but I think when we get so used to having things in an instant that anything that requires patience and consistency can be really, really hard. All right, let's take 1 more breath. And then we're gonna walk our hands all the way forward, tuck our left toes, lift the left knee. Great. Step the right foot back to meet the left, push the ground away in plank. You can also land your knees onto the mat, that also works. Just have your core activating, staying strong here, taking deep breaths in and out. And then move the body through a vinyasa flow, lowering down, opening the heart, arriving all the way up and back to the downward facing dog. Step the feet in, rock the head no, rock the head yes. Bend the knees, gaze forward, step the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now this time let's leave the left foot where it is, step the right foot back, rock forward and back. Amazing. One practice of patience for me this week has been the traffic in Bali. We've just been talking about that earlier. It's like all the tourists came back and we all wanted them to come back. And now we're all learning how to adapt, right? And practice patience and learn to wait. Let's land the right knee, leave the right palm where it is, spiral the left arm all the way up. Great. And then take the left palm back and maybe you kick the foot back. Breathe your body into a quad stretch. How does this feel today? And it might be different from side to side. And that's okay too. Part of the human experience is learning these little intricacies about our body. And what does that say about our story? What does this say about our past? What does this say about where we've been? Let's release the right foot, take the left palm forward, walk the fingertips back, lengthen over the left leg. Breathe in and out. So how are you learning patience from this practice? Take one more breath. Good. Walk the hands forward. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, step the left foot all the way back. Push the ground away, find the strong plank. For 3, for 2. And then on 1, move the body through a flow, lowering down, opening the heart, and shifting all the way up and back to a down dog, stepping the feet in. Let the head rock no to no more tension, and then give the head a little rock yes. Now let's leave the left foot where it is. Lift the right leg all the way up. So you're coming into Eka Pada Adho Mukha Savasana. So it's one-legged downward dog. And then draw the knee in. Step the foot between the palms. You can use the hand to get the foot there. You can also have the hands on blocks. We're going to lift the arms all the way up to a crescent lunge. And then open all the way up to a warrior two. So take your left arm back, your right arm forward, and just stay. I love how I can see all of you on the big screen. It's so awesome. You know, every time I'm in this scenario where, you know, I have this cool film set up and these awesome people supporting me, I think about how this was like a dream of mine for so many years. Right? And that's a practice of patience too, right? Knowing your dream and seeing it so clearly and taking any steps you need to take to get there, but also being patient in that, you know, from the day I had this dream until it manifested, it was like probably a good 7 years, right? And having patience to get to that point in your journey, to get to that place where you want to be. Let's leave our leg exactly where it is and just land your left palm. Lift the arm up overhead. Amazing. And then lift all the way up. Land your right elbow onto your right thigh. Take the left arm up overhead. Find your extended side angle. Now, option 1, you stay exactly like this. Option 2, you reach the right arm down towards the mat. Amazing. Option 3, you bend the right elbow enough to thread the right arm under and see if you can make a bind and notice how that feels in your shoulders. Amazing. Unwind, lift all the way up. Lengthen through the right leg. Reach the right arm forward and then clock the right arm alongside the right calf. Lift the left arm up, gaze towards the left thumb. Try to have this big expansion, so almost peel your left shoulder up so it's stacking directly on the right. Beautiful. And then really have energy and intention through the fingertips. Take one more breath. And then start to shift weight onto the right foot, right fingertips, balancing your weight on the fingertips, on the foot. Being okay with failure, being okay with falling. We all make mistakes. Take one more breath. And then come all the way up to stand. Bring the left foot alongside the right. And then arrive with the palms at heart center. Now, can you allow this to be your mountain moment? What do you hear? What do you feel when you slow down? And is there a change from the start of the class compared to the middle of the class, compared to the end? Now let's just inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Amazing. Exhale, forward fold. You got it. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, lower back down, plant the palms, step the feet back, move the body into a plank, and then travel through your flow. Move with intention. How cool is this Zoom yoga? You know, I was actually speaking to a group of women the other night. I made some three-dimensional friends, and they were asking me how, you know, things go over Zoom. They said, isn't it hard for people to connect? And someone else who worked on Zoom said something really interesting. She said, you know, I actually think it's easier for people to connect because they're in their own space, right? They have their favorite pillow or the comfortable smells of their home, and then that makes it really safe to be yourself. And I thought that was a really beautiful thing that I hadn't thought of, right? Yoga in the home helps you find your home inside of you. Let's take the left leg up towards the sky. Take a big inhale. Excellent. Keep your hips level while you do this and have a long extension through the heel. Great. And now draw the left knee in, step the foot in between the palms. Great. And then lift all the way up. And then open all the way up into your warrior two. So your right arm is back and your left arm is forward. Take deep breaths. Land the right palm on the right thigh. Inhale the left arm up overhead. And then come all the way forward. Land the left elbow onto the left thigh. Reach the right arm up overhead. Find your extended side angle. Option 1, you're right here. Option 2, your arm reaches down. Option 3, you thread the arm through. Make a connection. See how that feels. And then just gently unwind the body, lift all the way up. Lengthen through the left leg. Reach the left arm forward. Clock the left arm alongside the left calf. Reach the right arm up overhead. Now maybe you stay right here and maybe you shift weight onto the left foot and left fingertips. Come into your half moon. Just hold here for 5. For 4. For 3. Great. For 2. And then 1, come all the way up to stand. Land the right foot alongside the left. Anchor the palms together. Mountain moment. Big inhale. Big exhale. Now we're going to do one more standing flow, but before we do that standing flow, we're going to do a tiny little intermission on the back body. And I forgot to say that hopefully you have a yoga strap or something that you can hook around your right foot for this next part. So let's inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. Take an exhale, fold. Take your inhale, halfway lift. I'm going to give you one option here. Exhale, lower if you feel like anchoring your palms, and then just exploring a little crow pose of Bakasana if you feel like it. I don't even know if I have I don't even know if I have the strength for this right now anymore, but I do for a moment. Our bodies evolve, and sometimes we lose the strength or the flexibility to do a certain pose, and that doesn't mean that there's anything that's wrong with our practice, right? It's just the evolution of our bodies over time. Take one more breath, and then just make your way back. Let's do a little flow. And then eventually come all the way up through down dog. And then let's come all the way to seated on the bottom and just grab hold of the yoga strap. Lowering all the way down, hook the strap around the right foot. and lengthen the left leg long. So we're just gonna pause, and this is an invitation to get into the back of the calf and the thigh. Great, take deep breaths. Anchor the left palm onto the left hip. And then just open the right foot all the way over to the right. And then lift the right foot all the way up. Place the strap into the left palm and reach the right foot all the way over to the left. So you get an IT band stretch and you can open through the right arm. And now let's lift the right leg all the way up and then just release the right leg alongside the left. Feel the difference from right side compared to left side. And then lift the left leg all the way up and hook the strap around the left foot. Lengthen through the back of the left leg. And then let's open the left leg over to the left, anchor the right palm onto the right hip. And then lift the left leg all the way through center, pass the strap into the right palm, pivot into the IT band stretch on this side and just see how it feels. Amazing. And then come all the way back around. Release the strap, take the knees into the chest, give the body a sweet little hug. And rock and roll the length of the spine. Okay, we're gonna do one thing. We're just gonna see if you can rock and roll all the way up to a chair pose. You're giving your back a little massage. Amazing. Oh, Kristen's already there. She's the first one. Nice work, Leanne. All right, let's do it. Oh. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. You know, the hardest thing for me about surfing is that you're supposed to have your knees in front of your toes. You know, and it's like 7 years of yoga teaching and being like, slide your knees back, make sure you can see your toes. And then every time my surfing teacher is like, he's like, it's too yoga. It's not enough surfing. Take one more breath and then come all the way forward into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Good. Exhale, lower, plant the palms, step the feet back. Maybe you move through a flow. Maybe you just shift all the way up and back to your down dog. Amazing. So one more standing flow. This time we're going to take the right leg up. Lengthen through the right leg. Maybe you circle through the right knee. And then perhaps coming all the way forward, landing the toes, opening the heart. And then come all the way around with the right palm. Take the right leg all the way up. And let's see if we can take a big step with the right foot between the palms. You can use your hand to get the foot there. Amazing work, team. Lift the arms all the way up. And then open up to a warrior two. You got it. Same familiar movement as before. Inhale, lengthen through the right arm. Lift the arm up. You got it. Exhale, take the elbow down. Excellent. Land the right palm to the inside of the foot if you feel like it. Great. If you feel like it, go for a bind. Who feels like bird of paradise? Any takers? Any takers? Lee is in paradise. You have to. Amazing. I love how Leanne is doing this with a strap. It shows that you can do it in so many different ways. And you also don't have to do it at all. Let's press through both feet. Lift all the way up. Great job, team. Lengthen through the right leg. Reach the right arm forward. Take the right arm alongside the right calf. Lift the left arm up. Expand through the chest. Take some deep breaths. Great job. And then shift weight onto the right foot. Right fingertips, half moon, just for 3. For 2. And then 1, we're going to come all the way up to stand. Take the left knee into your chest. Amazing. Now, if you want to, you might just stay here with the palms interlaced around the shin. That works. If you want to, you might land your right palm on the hip and extend your left leg out in front of you. And if you're like, what the heck, Alex? I just came here to relax. What are you saying right now? Just don't do it. Just don't do it. You are your first teacher, right? You are the person that knows your body best, and I'm just here with some invitations, some options, some curiosity. If you feel like it, perhaps you lift the leg out towards the left, and then maybe you take the foot back through center. You grab hold of the outer edge of the left foot with your right hand. Lift your arm backwards. If you fall, it's okay. You're not a bad person, I promise. Take one more breath. Excellent. And then just land your left foot alongside your right and take your palms together. Now I want to invite you to pause right now. So sometimes when we're doing these challenging poses in yoga, our ego can show up and we can start to judge ourselves. I did something really productive in Women's Circle with my 3-dimensional friends yesterday, which is that we all were invited to list the 3 things we love most in the world. So I just want to invite you to list those 3 things now. And I wonder, was loving yourself in that list? And if it wasn't, I invite you to add that on. Let's take a big inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky, look up. Take your exhale, fold forward. Excellent. Take the inhale, halfway lift. Amazing. Exhale, fold forward, and then make your way back to a plank and move the body through a flow. You got it. Amazing, amazing work. From the down dog, take the left leg up towards the sky. I was about to talk and then I got distracted by how beautiful Lee's view is. Everyone look at Lee's view. She's like viewing the sea in St. Martin. That's incredible. Isn't that so cool how like the world is just like brought to you through Zoom? It's just amazing. All right, after those knee curls, you might flip your dog. So landing the toes, opening the body. Great, and then come all the way around, land the left palm, lift the left leg all the way up. Draw the left knee in, step the foot between the palms, lift all the way up, and then open all the way up into a warrior two. From the warrior two, inhale, reverse the warrior. And then bring the left elbow onto the left thigh, reach the right arm up overhead, option one like this. Option two, the left palm is on the inside of the left foot. Option three, you might weave it around, make a connection. And then option four, you might go into bird of paradise. I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to chill. I just looked under my leg and it's like, oh, see quite a few people doing that. Nice work. And then quite a few people not doing that. Great work as well. All right, let's lift all the way back up from wherever we are. Lengthen the left leg. Reach the left arm forward. Clock the left arm alongside the left calf. Reach the right arm up. And then maybe shift weight onto the left foot, left fingertips. Great. Come all the way up to stand. Take the knee into the chest. And now maybe you hook your fingertips around the big toe and extend the leg. Great job, team. Maybe you take the right foot over to the right, perhaps kicking the foot into some plants, whatever's in your way. Take the foot all the way back through center. Grab hold of the outer edge of the left foot. Take the right arm all the way back. And then we'll just come all the way forward into that mountain moment, palms at heart center. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold the body down. Breathe your halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Just make your way all the way through a flow, or you might come all the way down into your child's pose, whatever works. Amazing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be moving in a moment with the sock or the cloth or whatever you got at the start of the class. So I want to invite you just to roll up to seated so you can take a look at what I'm doing for a moment. Perfect. So what you're going to do is take your yoga mat and fold it over. Well, actually, first of all, before we do that, I want to just give you option one. So option one is Ardha Hanumanasana, which is what we did at the start of the class, where you're just going to step the right foot forward and then walk the fingertips back and lengthen over the right leg. So that is a beautiful place to be. And then option two, I'm just going to take my blocks nearby so that I have them handy because they help me as a support for this. Option two, if you want to get a little bit further into the shape, you might bring the mat back a little bit just to get some slipperiness. Place your face cloth in front of you. Place the hands on the blocks and then just walk the hands forward and slide the foot forward. And know that the pose is like totally not the goal. Like as you can see, I cannot get into the splits personally. We're not here to do fancy things with our body. It's what we learn while exploring it. So be kind to yourself, be compassionate, take your time, and feel free to just skip it all together. You might be able to place, oh, that's pretty deep for me. I just placed the block underneath my thigh. Oh my God, that's a lot. So you might be able to do that, maybe not. I see Raquel is just like laughing away. I think her dog was licking her. Nice work, team. I think it must be so different for Mickey, who's filming me, when you guys are here. I think he gets bored when it's just me. But there's more happening with a group of you on the screen. Amazing job. Take one more breath where you are. And then let's just lift all the way up. And then switch the opposite way. Great job. Amazing. Just take a couple more breaths on this side. And then from wherever you are, we're going to lift all the way up. And then slide your left knee back and just slide the blocks to the side. You can even release your mat. Good work. And come all the way onto the spine. Let's take a yoga block in hand. If you don't have a block, you can use a book, anything like that. What we're going to do with this block is just place the block underneath the shoulders and lower the heart all the way down, and then rest the back of the head. So I remembered that in Sober Curious yoga teacher training on the weekend, I said that we were going to do heart opening in this class, and then we just did a whole bunch of hamstrings. So I apologize to Joe if Joe came for the heart opening. Here's the heart opening. Amazing. And just allow this shape to kind of counter everything we've done over the past 40 minutes. So what can we learn from the story of Hanumanasana? Right, the story I told about the start of the class about Sita being kidnapped and Hanuman jumping from India to Sri Lanka to rescue her. We can learn perseverance, right? If you want something, the entire universe can conspire to make it a reality. We can learn how to shapeshift, how to prioritize, how to adapt as the waves around us change, learn how to ride the waves. We can learn strength of the body and the mind. And we can also learn loyalty and humility. Let's take one more breath in this heart opener. And then we're going to lift all the way up. Slide the block to the side, lower all the way down. And then just place the corner of the block or the book underneath your occipital ridge, the base of the skull. This is like my favorite thing of the moment right now. We're going to rock our head from side to side, massaging the vagus nerve. So I used to be a big fan of the reality TV show The Bachelor. And one of my favorite quotes of all time from The Bachelor was on one season. I can't remember what season it was, but there was a contestant who brought the Bachelor home to her hometown visit to meet her family. And her dad said to her, forget what her name was, I think it was Tisha, something like that. Tisha, you can't just microwave a relationship. And I love this quote because I feel like we've somehow evolved as a species into like the microwave a relationship phase where we're like, we can, The Bachelor, we can get engaged after a week on a reality show, or, the 90-Day Fiance, or Love is Blind, or, Uber Eats, Gojek, Uber, Amazon Prime, right? All of these things that we expect now to happen instantaneously. Right, let's do one more breath. And then we're just gonna slide the block to the side, or keep doing it if you're loving it. After I said slide it to the side, I was like, I just wanna do this a bit more. Okay, block to the side, knees into the chest. Let's drop the knees to the right and gaze over the left shoulder. And that's why yoga can be so confronting and so challenging, is because it requires a level of patience that we're not really used to exercising in 2022. And so I invite you to get curious about that, get present with it. That's the biggest takeaway. Right? Hanumanasana might not happen overnight, and that's okay. And it might not happen in 10 years of yoga practice, and it might not happen ever, and that's okay. But it's the practice of patience and how this can change us off the mat as well that matters. Let's lift the legs all the way up, and then we're gonna pivot. We're gonna drop the knees to the left and gaze over the right shoulder. And then just draw the knees into the chest. Give the body a sweet little hug. Give the body any last little loving thoughts of kindness or compassion that you want to give it. And then slowly extend one leg and then the next all the way out. Arriving in your final resting pose. or you're sinking like a stone. Carry on. And may your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. And when you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. And may your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. Carry on, carry on. Just give the body a wake up wiggle. Nice long stretch, fingers all the way through the toes. Take the knees into the chest, give the body a sweet little hug. And then just gather the palms at the heart center. So we close each practice with an intention. And it is an ancient intention. It is the original intention. It was passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. And it's that our practice remains steady and our efforts remain continuous, and that our yoga helps and heals and serves and benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free. May the thoughts and the actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So let's just finish with an Om sound, and we're going to breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in to make the Om. So take a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Thank you so much, yogis. Thank you for your presence, your energy, your commitment. I'm very grateful for each one of you. The light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Thank you, thank you.